Welcome to Campus Update. For the last few days, the school has been buzzing with the news that block schedule is on its way out. We asked our principal, Dr. Murray, and some members of our staff and student body for information and opinions.
So personally, as a principal, I don't have concerns as far as I know you guys will learn. My concern is us coming back together, moving forward together. That's the biggest concern for me as far as the work that I do, because I am confident that the schedule will be fine once we get going. But change is difficult, and you have to work your way through some things. But in the long run, I am confident that learning will still occur, and that part will take care of itself.
In my opinion, the new schedule isn't that much of a difference because my first year of high school, I went to Marina, so it was traditional schedule over there also. But I did hear that they're taking out tutorial, and that's kind of a bust because that's my lunchtime.
Well, back when I was in this high school, I used to love the traditional schedule because it seemed like time went faster. So I think it's good that it's back. Yeah.
Well, since I'm in AP classes, it's going to be way harder because you usually take up the whole period to discuss, and I feel like with the new schedule, it's going to make it harder to discuss and give you less time with the teacher.
It's kind of a sensitive issue with a lot of the teachers. I know that academic teachers probably really like having the traditional schedule because they can break things up more and they don't have to worry about kids getting bored. For me, all my classes are project-based. So it's always been a really nice thing to have blocks, so I'm a little bummed about that.
Mixed feelings. It'd be nice to see all our students every class, maybe. But you got to do prep for every class every day. But the good news is I don't think we're going to have a lot of students slipping into comas as we have during block schedule.
What can students do next year to change the schedule?
Next year, what you can do, you can talk to your teachers again. I reinforce that. Have conversations about which schedule you think is better. And you'll have the whole school year to evaluate what you've done in your classes as a student. And you may come to find that you like the traditional schedule better than the block schedule. I don't know, but I'm confident that you guys will overcome it. We'll be fine. It's actually not even overcoming. It's just moving ahead with what comes before us. We come together, and we move on strong.
The other big hubbub on campus this semester was the every 15 minutes assembly and demonstration that brought the reality of drunk driving right to our doorstep. Hopefully the effects were felt by all students, but even more so for the small group of volunteers who directly participated in the program. Here are some of their stories.
My experience in every 15 minutes was I was one of the main 4 people that quote-unquote died in the car accident. I was laid out on the silver car that Gabe was supposed to be driving, as well as I was then taken to the hospital afterwards, and then I went away on the retreat with the rest of the kids. It was the most phenomenal experience of my life.
Being dead for that time really gave me a lot of perspective of what it's like for police officers, firefighters, for parents, for friends, and just how hard it is for the people it affects, not only the people that are in the crash, but everyone else.
I had to write a letter to my mom as if I died from a drunk-related accident, and that just really made me appreciate my relationship with my mom a lot more.
Okay, so here was the shocking thing that I learned. When we were at the courthouses, they explained that a DUI could be any kind of usage of drug, not just alcohol.
I learned a lot from different speakers, but also just going through the process of being in a drunk driving accident.
Yeah, I learned a lot of things in this experience. I just really appreciate life. I know that sounds corny, but it really shows how it can be ended so quickly. Just one person's mistake, getting into a car drunk, can end so many people's lives.
I've learned a lot from this experience.
Remember, Oilers, STAR testing is right around the corner. Testing begins on Friday, May 17th and continues through the 20th and 21st. Check the STAR Testing Central link on hboilers.com to see which tests are being administered when and get some tips on controlling test anxiety. APA has been very busy in the last few weeks. Here's Cameron Lee with the behind-the-scenes look at Retrofestival.
Last weekend, APA's MMET department continued their tradition of putting on a show all about rock and roll hits. This year was all about featuring the music festival known as Woodstock. The 3-day concert in 1969 was not the only 60s music festival showcased at MMET's concert. Songs from the Monterey Pop Festival were also performed for the house, which was sold out on 2 of the nights. The show was lucky enough to interview Joe Patay, the head of APA's technical theater department, who was an attendee for the actual festival, to deliver personal insight into the show about his experiences at Woodstock. This is Cameron Liu reporting. Back to you in the studio.
The entire Retrofestival set was torn down in under an hour to prepare for Monday's performance of Fanfare, the APA Orchestra's annual spring music concert. Here's Demi with the down low.
On May 6th, the APA Music Department put on a spectacular show at Fanfare. The night was filled with beautiful performances by strings, woodwinds, brass, percussion, and keyboard ensembles. The evening showcased the students' musical talents and excited the audience with their musical selections.
As the year begins to come to a close, upperclassmen of Huntington Beach High School have been invited to the Party of the Year, hosted by none other than Jay Gatsby himself. Here's what some of his guests have to say about this upcoming event in this edition of Hall Talk.
Hey Oilers, welcome to Hall Talk. With prom coming up, we want to know, how are the guys going to ask the ladies to prom, and how do the ladies want to be asked?
So like I jump out of an airplane, right, and my parachute says like, yeah, that's prom, yeah, that's what's up.
Well, I guess the way I would like to be asked to prom is in some sort of awesome, epic, shows the whole world and shows me at the same time kind of way.
It starts out, it's a sunny day, no wind, the ocean's nice, it's all blue.
I'd say something really genuine, kind of like,
real cute, personal between the two of you guys, something that's special for you two.
Like an inside joke maybe, but not like, nothing creepy.
Yeah, and then, so we'd be skydiving and then we'd roll up in our Lexus. Drive that Lexus off a car, because Lexuses, guys.
And I come in with a parade, marching bands, with a big float with flowers on it, and it says, "Will you go to prom with me?"
Okay, he pulls in a limo and he has a box. He opens the door and there's doves that fly out. Yeah, and then there's food.
And then an explosion happens and it hits a fire truck, and like the fire truck just like squirts water in there, and then the water somehow says prom.
Like food? Love to eat? If so, this new segment is right up your alley. Tovey Wayne has been searching the greater Huntington Beach area looking for new and interesting places to chow down, starting with what promises to be a new downtown staple.
Hi, welcome to HP Bites. I'm your host, Tovey Wayne. In this segment, we'll be taking a tour of the various restaurants in Huntington Beach and tell you what's hot and what's not. Today, we're in downtown Huntington at the newest restaurant, Bruxy. Bruxy is a new addition to downtown Huntington, and they serve shakes, fries, salads, and of course, their famous waffle sandwiches. Bruxy is a great place to eat due to their diverse menu, such as goat cheese and mushroom, the pulled pork, the Irish nachos, the turkey club, the sweet Nutella with strawberries, and the most popular fried chicken waffle. Bruxy is located at the corner of 5th and Walnut, across the street from Forever 21. I give Bruxy a rating of 5 bites due to their good service and great food. Come check out this hot new spot.
Lately, there's been a growing problem of students using the elevators on campus without the proper reasons or permission. Here's some of our Campus Update boys to help clear up the do's and don'ts of elevator use.
Ah, man, forget this. I don't walk all the way up there.
Surprise, sucker. Come on.
Hey, what's up, man? I'm just going to class, you know?
Now, you know you can't use the elevator unless you're injured, right?
Hey, look, I'll just go back downstairs. It's no problem. Man, I'm sorry. I'll just take the stairs back down.
You gonna take the stairs back down? Is that what you're gonna do?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll tell you what. No, matter of fact, I'm gonna give you a reason to use this elevator.
Wait, hey, man, what does that mean? No, no!
So remember, kids, unless you have a personal injury or disability, you have to use the stairs. Besides, the stairs are a much safer and healthier experience. Right, Alex?
And finally, we left this segment for last because there is so much news in the land of video games right now. James?
Possibly the biggest thing to be heard in the nerd world recently is EA acquiring the rights to the Star Wars video games. Disney shocked the gaming world with their decision to close LucasArts, but thanks to EA signing an agreement, we may actually see games like Star Wars 1313 and Star Wars Battlefront 3. Also being announced is The Evil Within, a survival horror game being made by the creators of Oblivion and Skyrim, as well as the original creator of the Resident Evil series. The trailer looks very promising. Tim Schafer, the man behind Psychonauts, has announced the Humble Double Fine bundle. Gamers who purchase the bundle can pay as little or high as they would like and receive the game's Psychonauts, Costume Quest, Brutal Legend, and stacking. This week, moviegoers can see Star Trek Into Darkness. The film follows the crew of the Enterprise as they make their journey through another perilous adventure. Look forward to lots of fun and action in the sequel. That's all for now, Oilers. See you next time on Nerdword.
Thanks, James. Wow, that was quite possibly the nerdiest thing I've ever seen. Hope you enjoyed the show. Just 2 more episodes left this season. We'll see you next time, Oilers.
HB Oilers style. HB style. HB Oilers style. HB style. HB Oilers style. ABI score. HB Oilers style. ABI score. HB Oilers style.
Yeah, it's Mehmet or whatever.